Imagine this: you're given two choices: a promise of quick wealth and success, or the quiet strength of preserving what you already have. Which would you choose? Sometimes, what seems like progress can lead to destruction, while true prosperity is found in the things we often take for granted. Welcome to MA English, your place for learning English through powerful and engaging stories. In today's video, we have an exciting and meaningful story, one that will take you to a small coastal village, where a young girl and her wise grandmother must stand against a tempting but dangerous offer. It's a story of choices, consequences, and the true meaning of wealth. But that's not all. After the story, we'll explore and learn important vocabulary to improve your English skills. We'll break down key words and expressions so you can fully understand and use them in real life. If you enjoy learning through stories, make sure to like this video and subscribe to the channel so you never miss out on more great content. Now let's dive into the story.
Lena lived in a small coastal village, a place where the rhythm of life was dictated by the tides. Her days were spent mending fishing nets, helping her grandmother in their small garden, and watching the endless expanse of the sea. It was a simple life, but it was a life Lena loved. However, a shadow fell over their village. A wealthy businessman, Mr. Thorne, arrived, his eyes gleaming with ambition. He saw the village's pristine beach not as a place of beauty, but as an opportunity. He proposed building a massive resort, promising jobs and prosperity. Many villagers were swayed by his promises. They envisioned a better future, a life free from the constant struggle. But Lena's grandmother, a woman whose face was etched with the wisdom of the sea, warned against it. "Progress," she said, her voice weathered like driftwood, "should not come at the cost of our home." Mr. Thorne, with his smooth words and persuasive charm, dismissed her concerns. He began construction, ignoring the villagers' pleas. The once quiet beach was now a cacophony of machinery, and the clear waters were clouded with debris. Lena watched as her village changed. The fishermen struggled to find their usual catches. The garden's plants withered from the dust, and the sense of community, once so strong, began to fray. The promised jobs were mostly temporary, and the rising cost of living made life harder, not easier. One day, a powerful storm hit the coast. The newly built resort, its foundations weak and rushed, crumbled under the force of the waves. Debris littered the beach, and the village was left to clean up the mess. Mr. Thorne, his promises broken, left as quickly as he arrived, leaving behind a trail of destruction. The villagers, now faced with the consequences of their choices, understood the wisdom of Lena's grandmother. They realized that true prosperity wasn't about fleeting wealth, but about preserving their community, their environment, and their way of life. They worked together to rebuild, not a resort, but their village. They cleaned the beach, restored the garden, and repaired the fishing boats. Lena, inspired by her grandmother's wisdom, became a voice for her community. She learned to balance progress with preservation, to value the simple things in life, and to understand that true wealth lies in the strength of community and the respect for nature. The lesson? Sometimes the most valuable things are the things we already have. True progress isn't about chasing fleeting promises, but about cherishing the roots that bind us.
Welcome back. Now that we've enjoyed our story, let's delve into understanding some key words and vocabulary. Learning new words not only improves your English skills, but also helps you express ideas more clearly. Let's get started. 1. Coastal adjective in the story. Lena lived in a coastal village. The word coastal refers to something near the coast, meaning close to the sea or ocean. For example, a coastal town is a town located next to the sea. 2. Mending verb. Lena spent her days mending fishing nets. The word mending means repairing or fixing something that is broken or torn. You can mend a fishing net, mend a torn piece of clothing, or even mend a broken friendship. 3. Ambition. Noun. Mr. Thorne arrived with his eyes gleaming with ambition. Ambition is a strong desire to achieve something, usually success or power. If someone has a lot of ambition, they work hard to reach their goals, sometimes without thinking about the consequences. 4. Persuasive adjective. Mr. Thorne used persuasive charm to convince the villagers. When someone is persuasive, they are good at making others believe or do something. A persuasive speaker can change people's opinions with strong arguments. 5. Cacophony. Noun. The once quiet beach became a cacophony of machinery. A cacophony is a loud, unpleasant mixture of sounds. Imagine a construction site with drilling, hammering, and shouting. That's a cacophony. 6. Withered verb. The garden's plants withered from the dust. To wither means to dry up, shrink, or weaken, usually due to lack of water or care. Flowers wither when they don't get enough sunlight or water. 7. Crumbled verb. The resort's weak foundations crumbled under the storm. To crumble means to break into small pieces or fall apart. Old buildings may crumble over time, or a cookie can crumble when you take a bite. 8. Debris. Noun. After the storm, debris littered the beach. Debris refers to scattered pieces of something that has been broken or destroyed. After an earthquake, you might see debris from collapsed buildings. 9. Fleeting adjective. The villagers realized that true prosperity wasn't about fleeting wealth. Fleeting means something that lasts for a very short time. A fleeting moment of happiness is one that disappears quickly. 10. Conservation. Noun. Lena learned to balance progress with conservation. Conservation means protecting and taking care of nature or resources. For example, water conservation means using water wisely so we don't waste it. And there you have it, 10 useful words from our story. Try using them in your own sentences to practice. If you enjoyed this lesson, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to the channel for more amazing stories and English lessons. See you in the next one.